welcome to my channel Uli's World. Today we can go through a review and a poem that is The Road Not Taken, written by Robert Frost. Road Not Taken, written by Robert Frost. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood. I'm sorry, I could not travel both. And one traveler long I stood and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as who that the passing there had warned them really about the same, and both that morning equally lay, in lives no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how well it's on to be, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this was a sigh. Somewhere, ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that was made all the difference. The Road Not Taken is written by Robert Frost. This is a well-known poem is about making choice and the choice that shape us. Robert Frost is an American poet who writes about common and how ordinary experiences. In this poem, the road taken, the road symbolizes our life. The poet says that the path that we don't choose in our life is the road not taken. He describes his feelings about the choice that he had left in the past. The path which we have chosen decides our future and destination. The important message that the poet wants to give is that the choice that we make has an impact on our future, and if we make a wrong choice, we regret it but cannot go back on it. So we must be wise while making choice. Once the poet was walking down a road and then there was a diversion. There were two different paths and he had to choose one of them. The poet says that as he was the one person, he could travel on one road only. He had to choose one out of this two roads. Yellow wood means a forest with leaves which are wearing out and they have turned back yellow in color. The season of autumn. It represents a world which is full of people where people have been living for many years. They represent people who are older than the poet. The poet kept standing there and looked at the path very carefully as far as he could see it. Before taking the path, he wanted to know how it was. Was it suitable for him or no? He was able to see the path till from where it curved off to which is covered with trees and was hidden. It happens in our life also when we have choices, we have alternatives, but we have to choose only one out of them. We take time to think about the pros and cons, whether it is suitable for us or not, and only then we take a decision on what path we should choose. The poet kept on looking at one path for a long time to check if it is the right path for him or not, and then he decided and started walking on another path because he felt that the both paths were equally good. He says, just as fair. So he felt that both paths were equally good and started walking on one of them. He adds that maybe he felt that the path was better for him, so he chooses it as it had grass on it, which means that it was unused. Not many people had walked on this path earlier, that is why this path is unwanted where. Where means that it was not walked over by many people. After he walked on the path for some distance, he realized that both the paths had been worn out the same way. Both the paths were similar and one up. Even in our life, we take any path or option, but all of them have the same benefits, disadvantages, problems, challenges, and we must face them. We think that we are choosing a better option, but it was not that way. The point says that both the paths were similar that morning. Both had leaves on them, and no one had stepped on them as they were still green in color. He decided that day he would take one path and keep the other path for the other day. Although he knew that one way leads on to another way, he knew that he could not go back on the choice that he had made. Similarly, even in our life, once we choose an option, we must keep on moving ahead with that option, and we never get a chance to come back and take the other option that we had left earlier. He says that in the future he will take a deep breath and say that once upon a time he had reached such a point in life that there were two options for him, and he traveled on that route which had been traveled upon a lesser number of people. That decision of his decided his future. Similarly, in future, when you grow up, then you will see that once upon a time when you were young, you had two options. The choice that you made, you what you become for it. This very strong message of all the students that you should be wise and be careful while making choice out of the options that you have in your life, because your future depends on the choice that you make today.